Welcome to the deep dive.
It's great to be here.
Today we're diving into leadership, specifically some key principles from a book I found called Leadership for Beginners from A to Z.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I thought it was really fascinating
Okay.
because it's almost like a leadership encyclopedia.
Uh-huh.
It's alphabetically arranged from A to Z, like aspiration to zeal.
Wow.
So we're gonna distill some of that need to know stuff so you can walk away feeling confident about your leadership skills.
Well, that's great. You know what I really appreciate about that approach?
What's that?
Taking these concepts that could be really overwhelming and breaking them down
Yeah.
so that someone who maybe hasn't formally studied leadership
Right?
can get a solid foundation.
Exactly. And that's kind of our goal for you today, right?
Yeah.
We're hoping you walk away, having a really good understanding of the essentials without feeling overloaded with information.
Of it.
So think of it like a leadership cheat sheet to kickstart your journey. Speaking of kickstarting, the book literally begins with A for aspiration.
Oh, perfect.
And it really dives right into the importance of defining your goals as a leader.
Okay.
But not just in this vague, be successful way.
Right.
It pushes you to actually develop a vision,
Oh, interesting.
a vivid picture of the future you're trying to create as a leader.
So not just like a wish list,
Exactly.
but a very detailed, image
Mm-hmm.
that captures your goal.
Right. Now, I'm curious, what does the book say about making that vision something that your team actually buys into?
Yeah, that's critical. And, the book really emphasizes aligning your aspirations
Yeah.
with your team's values and purpose.
Got it.
So it can't just be your vision.
Right.
If it reflects what the team cares about,
Uh-huh.
then it becomes this powerful motivator for everyone.
It's like a shared destination you're all working towards.
Exactly.
Okay. But you need more than just a shared destination, right? What about that sense of teamwork, of relying on each other to get there?
That's where B comes in.
Okay.
B for building trust.
Makes sense.
This book really, really hammers home the idea
Okay.
that trust is the bedrock of everything.
Interesting.
You want strong teams,
Yeah.
open communication,
Uh-huh.
successful projects.
Right.
It all hinges on trust.
So how do we actually build that trust?
Yeah.
I mean, does the book offer any, concrete strategies?
It absolutely does.
Mhm.
And one of the most compelling examples that I found was a story of a leader
Okay.
who faced a major setback
Oh.
due to a mistake
Oh, wow.
on their part.
Okay.
And you know what they did?
What?
They didn't hide it.
Huh.
They took full responsibility,
Mm.
were totally transparent with their team about what went wrong,
Wow.
and outlined a clear plan to fix it.
Interesting.
And what the book highlights is that this act of vulnerability,
Right.
of actually admitting fallibility, strengthened the team's trust in the leader.
It seems so counterintuitive, but I guess owning your mistakes
Yeah.
can actually make you more trustworthy.
Exactly.
So we've got our aspirations, we've got our vision, we're building trust with our team,
Right.
but how do we make sure everyone is on the same page?
Communication. See?
Communication skills.
Right.
Of course.
And the book goes beyond just speaking clearly.
Okay.
It emphasizes active listening,
Okay.
truly hearing what your team has to say.
Active listening, we hear that phrase a lot.
Yeah.
But what makes it so important, especially in the context of leadership?
Well, think about it. When someone feels truly heard,
Mm-hmm.
they feel respected, they feel valued.
Right.
And that creates a more open and collaborative environment
Yeah.
where people are more likely to share their ideas, their concerns.
Makes sense.
And for a leader, that kind of open communication is gold.
So it's not just about giving orders, it's about creating a dialogue.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, I'm guessing even with great communication, tough decisions are inevitable. Sure.
How does the book approach decision-making?
Wow. Decision making.
Okay.
And what's fascinating here is that the book acknowledges that effective decisions aren't just about logic,
Interesting.
they involve intuition as well.
Oh, okay.
It encourages leaders to consider both their gut feeling
Right.
and the data.
So striking a balance between your head and your heart.
Yeah.
Okay, but that can be tricky, especially under pressure.
For sure.
Does the book offer any guidance on finding that balance?
Yeah, so it dives into different decision-making frameworks, some emphasizing a step-by-step process, others encouraging more of a gut check.
Oh, interesting.
But the key takeaway is there's no one-size-fits-all.
Right, right.
It's about finding what works best for you and the situation you're facing.
Finding your decision-making style.
Exactly.
Sounds like self-awareness is pretty crucial here.
For sure.
Speaking of self-awareness, the book goes on to E, emotional intelligence.
Right.
Yeah.
Big one.
Yeah. The book really emphasizes that understanding and managing your own emotions,
Right.
while also being attuned to the emotions of others,
Yeah.
is make or break for leaders.
It makes you think about those times that you might have reacted poorly to a stressful situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, had you been more aware of your own emotions and how they were impacting the people around you,
Yeah.
maybe you could have navigated it differently.
Absolutely.
This emotional intelligence stuff has huge implications, I think, for anyone leading a team.
No question. It's not just about stress, though.
Right.
The book dives deeper into E for empathy,
Okay.
and it highlights the importance of truly understanding and sharing the feelings of your team.
So, like, connecting with them on a human level.
Exactly.
Stepping into their shoes, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the book emphasizes that empathy isn't just about being nice.
Okay.
It's about actively listening to your team,
Uh-huh.
trying to see things from their perspective,
Right.
understanding the emotional impact of your decisions.
Empathy in action. It makes you wonder how many workplace conflicts could be avoided if everyone just practiced a little more empathy.
Right.
Now, shifting gears a bit, we all know feedback is a crucial part of growth, both giving and receiving it. What insights does the book offer on this?
It dedicates a whole section to F for feedback,
Okay.
and it's packed with practical advice.
Right.
One key takeaway is that feedback should be specific and timely.
Okay.
So instead of just saying good job,
Right.
explain precisely what the person did well
Huh?
and how it contributed to the team's success.
So no vague compliments,
Right.
but concrete examples that really drive the point home.
Exactly.
Does the book have any advice on handling those less than positive feedback moments?
Absolutely. It emphasizes the importance of balance.
Okay.
So don't just focus on a negative.
Right.
Also acknowledge the person's strengths and contributions.
It's about painting a complete picture, acknowledging both areas for improvement and areas where they're excelling.
Yep.
And I imagine it's also crucial to be respectful.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Deliver that feedback privately
Yeah.
in a way that shows that you value the person and their contributions.
Respect and privacy are key, especially when you're addressing areas for improvement.
For sure.
What else?
The book also stresses that feedback should be future-focused.
Okay.
So instead of dwelling on past mistakes,
Well,
guide the conversation towards how the person can learn and grow from the experience.
so it's not about placing blame,
Right.
but about fostering a culture of continuous improvement.
Exactly.
Now let's move from feedback to another essential aspect of leadership,
Okay.
setting goals. What does the book have to say about G for goal setting?
It dives into the concept of SMART goals.
Oh, SMART goals.
Yeah.
A classic framework.
It is. But what's interesting is the book's emphasis on collaborative goal setting.
Okay.
It encourages leaders to involve their teams in the process,
Interesting.
allowing everyone to contribute their ideas and perspectives.
So instead of dictating goals from the top down,
Yeah,
it's about co-creating them with your team.
exactly. When team members have a voice in setting goals, they feel a sense of ownership,
Right.
and they're more motivated to achieve them.
Makes sense. When you're invested in creating something, you're naturally more driven to see it succeed.
Absolutely.
Anything else on goal setting?
Yeah, the book goes further. It explains how to align team goals with organizational objectives.
Okay.
It's about connecting the dots,
Mm-hmm.
making sure individual efforts contribute to the bigger picture.
Alignment and connection. It's all about making sure everyone is rowing in the same direction.
Exactly.
Now let's shift gears to a topic that might surprise you.
Humility.
H for humility.
Okay.
This is where this book gets really intriguing.
Oh.
It argues that humility, often seen as a weakness,
Right.
is actually a strength in leadership.
Humility and leadership. That's
Go
not
ahead.
something you hear every day.
I know, right? It seems counterintuitive,
Yeah.
but the book makes a compelling case.
Okay.
It explains how admitting mistakes...
Valuing diverse perspectives.
Yeah.
Being willing to serve others.
Okay.
These are all signs of a humble leader.
It's about recognizing that you don't have all the answers,
Are we-
being open to learning from others,
Yeah.
prioritizing the needs of your team over your own ego.
Precisely. A humble leader inspires trust and respect because they're not afraid to show vulnerability and admit when they're wrong.
It's about creating a safe space where people feel comfortable sharing their ideas and taking risks.
Exactly.
Now, speaking of taking risks, the book goes on to discuss I for innovation, right?
Yes. And it links the concept of humility directly to fostering innovation.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, when a leader is humble,
Uh-huh.
it creates a culture where people feel safe to experiment,
Okay,
to
then.
try new things, even if they might fail.
So humility sets the stage for innovation by creating an environment where it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them.
Exactly. And the book dives into practical ways to nurture this innovative spirit.
Like what?
Things like encouraging curiosity and rewarding creativity,
Okay.
even if the initial outcome isn't perfect.
It's about celebrating the effort,
Yes.
the willingness to think outside the box, even if it doesn't always lead to immediate success.
Exactly.
I like that. And speaking of embracing the unknown, the book has something particularly relevant for you,
Oh,
Belle, for learning agility.
learning agility. Tell me more.
It's about being open to continuous learning and adapting quickly to change,
Okay.
a crucial skill for anyone,
Yeah.
especially those who might need to pivot to a new field or role quickly.
Adaptability and a thirst for knowledge. Those are essential qualities in today's rapidly changing world.
For sure. And the book offers concrete advice on developing learning agility.
Like what?
Well, it suggests creating opportunities for skill development,
Okay.
stepping outside of your comfort zone, and reframing failures as valuable learning experiences.
It's about embracing challenges as opportunities for growth.
Exactly. Now, how does the book connect learning agility to the bigger picture of leadership?
It beautifully links it to you for understanding diversity.
Understanding diversity, a topic that's more relevant than ever in our increasingly interconnected world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the book emphasizes that embracing diversity and inclusion isn't just the right thing to do.
Oh.
It's also essential for effective leadership.
So diversity is not just a box to check,
Right.
but a vital ingredient for success.
Exactly. A diverse team brings a wider range of perspectives,
Mhm.
experiences, and ideas to the table,
Yeah.
leading to better decision-making and innovation.
It's about harnessing the power of different viewpoints to create something truly remarkable.
And it goes beyond simply having people from different backgrounds on your team.
Okay.
It's about creating a culture where everyone feels valued,
Right.
respected, and heard.
Yeah.
A culture where everyone can contribute their unique talents and perspectives.
So diversity without inclusion is meaningless.
Right.
You need to create an environment where everyone feels comfortable speaking up and sharing their ideas.
Exactly. And that ties back to many of the concepts we've already discussed.
About like what?
Building trust,
Okay.
communicating effectively,
Huh.
practicing empathy.
Right.
All of these elements are crucial for creating a truly inclusive and diverse team environment.
It sounds like Leadership for Beginners from A to Z offers a pretty comprehensive perspective on leadership,
It does.
covering not just the practical skills, but also the values and mindset needed to be an effective leader in today's world.
Absolutely. It's packed with practical tips,
Uh-huh.
relatable examples,
Yeah?
thought-provoking insights.
Well, this has been quite a journey. We've covered a lot of ground,
We have.
from aspirations and trust to humility and innovation,
Right.
and even touched upon the importance of diversity and inclusion.
It's all connected.
And remember, this was just a glimpse into the wealth of knowledge this book offers.
The starting point.
Exactly. There's so much more to explore. Now, as we wrap up our deep dive, what key takeaways resonated with you the most?
For me, it's the emphasis on empathy and humility,
Oh, okay.
qualities that are often overlooked,
Yeah,
but are absolutely crucial for effective leadership.
I agree. And I think the focus on learning agility is particularly relevant in today's ever-evolving world.
Yeah.
The ability to adapt and learn quickly is a superpower for any leader.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As you continue developing your leadership skills, remember that it's a journey, not a destination.
Right.
Like, there's always more to learn,
Mm-hmm.
more to improve,
Yeah.
more ways to grow as a leader.
And as you embark on this journey, we challenge you to consider how will you foster a truly inclusive and diverse team environment?
That's a great question.
What concrete steps can you take to create a culture where everyone feels valued, respected, and empowered to contribute their best?
Keep those questions in mind
Exactly.
as you continue to learn and grow as a leader.
Thanks for joining us on this exploration of leadership.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
Remember, the journey of leadership starts with a single step. What step will you take today?
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading with purpose.
It's been a really fascinating deep dive into this book.
It really has Leadership for Beginners from A to Z. It doesn't just kind of scratch the surface.
Right.
It gives you a real in-depth understanding of what it takes to be an effective leader.
I think so too,
Hello.
especially in today's world.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that it doesn't shy away from the human element of leadership.
Yeah.
It acknowledges those emotions,
Right.
the empathy,
Mhm.
even the humility that plays such a crucial role in inspiring and motivating others.
Those are the things that make a real difference.
Absolutely. It's a refreshing take on leadership,
Yeah.
recognizing that being a good leader is about so much more than just, hitting those targets and giving orders.
So much more.
Yeah.
It's about creating that culture
Yeah.
where everyone feels valued,
Right.
encouraged to learn and grow,
Yeah.
where they feel empowered to contribute their best.
And that brings us back to our challenge for you. How will you foster that kind of environment?
Right.
How will you ensure that your leadership style promotes inclusivity,
Yeah.
diversity,
Huh?
a genuine sense of belonging for every single person on your team?
It's a question that's worth really thinking about
Yeah,
as you continue on your leadership journey.
absolutely. And remember, leadership is a continuous process
Yes.
of learning,
Yes.
adapting, and evolving.
Always evolving.
As you navigate this journey, keep in mind the key takeaways from our deep dive today. Building trust,
Yes.
communicating effectively,
Ah.
embracing empathy and humility,
Right.
fostering innovation,
Yeah.
championing diversity and inclusion.
Yeah.
These are the pillars of truly impactful leadership.
They really are.
Yeah.
Leadership that not only achieves results,
Right.
but also creates a positive and lasting impact on the people you lead.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us on this exploration of leadership.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found it insightful and inspiring.
Remember, the journey of leadership starts with a single step.
Oh, that's good.
What step will you take today?
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep leading with purpose.